For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Nani. I am a small space gardener growing in containers in an urban setting. I literally grow in bags in my backyard. Today I'm going to spill all the tea about what seeds I have, how I store my seeds, what seeds I plan on planting out, and then my seed starting system. When you're trying to get ready for seed starting and you're trying to get ready to plan and prep for your next garden, it's important to start with what you already have. See what you already have that you want to use. If there are more varieties, now is the time to start doing your seed shopping. Make sure you have all of your things, gather your lists. This is pretty much all I have now. I am a small space gardener. Some people have one, some people keep things in their shoebox, some people keep things in paper bags, some people put them in Ziploc bags, some people have 3, 4, 5 of these. It depends on you and your garden, what works for you. This is what works for me because I'm able to see everything and I don't have to kind of like dig around too much to figure out what I have. This is a photo storage case. You can get this from Amazon. I specifically got this from Michael's because I had a coupon. I took a label maker that I did get on Amazon. Pretty much just take inventory of like the things that you have and then categorize them. Some people categorize them by plant, some people categorize them by garden, like season. So you'll put like spring, summer, fall, winter. Some people will categorize by like how many weeks out they need to plant it in. It's completely up to you. I categorize by type. This is heavy, so I'm going to put this down. Not all seed packets are created the same. Some companies do a really good job with putting as much information as possible on the seed packet. The seed packet basically is kind of like your lay of the land. It doesn't always necessarily mean it's an end all be all, but if they are suggestions. They are kind of like a guide to where you should be going. It's a great baseline if you don't really know much about the plant, but also Google is your best friend. So because some seed packets are not that great. So like for example, this one, I got this in a pack off Amazon. It was like a pack of like 50 different seeds. And there's no information on here. And they do have a QR code. The QR code also does not give you much information. Use all your resources to figure out how soon you need to plan it out in order for it to be planted out in time for your last frost date. If you don't know your last frost date, you need to go to Old Farmer's Almanac. I'll put the link down below so it's easier for you guys as well. Put in your zip code and it'll tell you your expected last frost date. I always add about a week or two as a buffer because you just never know. I put out all the ones that I wanted to plant, and then I have the how soon we should start the seeds indoors, or it might be direct sown, which is DS. I did that for literally everything that I wanted to see in my garden. Everything I wanted to see in my garden. Using my inventory that I had, of course, using the seeds that I had just purchased, of course, but just going through the seed. It's going to take a while because you have to literally either read every seed packet or look up every variety. Not every website is even the same. So this is going to take some footwork, trust me. But once you do it, you're organized, you're ready to go, and I'm going to show you how. So basically you're like, I know I need to direct sow them. I know this one takes 8 weeks, this one takes 10 weeks, this one takes whatever. Once you have all of that written out, you are going to now go through them, and you're gonna separate them by category again. Just go through this whole page and you'll know what I'm talking about, because I feel like I can explain things but not well. So for example, let's do 6 to 8 weeks. I have all my weeks out, right? So marigolds take 6 to 8 weeks. So marigolds, I'm gonna put that in that pile. What else is on here that takes 6 to 8 weeks? Garlic chives, let's put that in a pile. What else? Lemon balm, let's put that in a pile. Marjoram, 6 to 8 weeks. Put that in a pile. Eggplant, let's put that in the 6 to 8 week pile. Do the broccoli, because it says 8 weeks. So we'll put the broccoli in that pile with that 6 to 8 weeks. My curly blue kale, we'll put that in a pile. Celery, we'll put that in a pile. My Roma tomatoes, my 42-day tomatoes, and my cherry tomatoes, and my Rutgers tomatoes, those are also all 6 to 8 weeks. So we're going to put that in a pile. Okay, now we're done our 6 to 8 week pile. Now let's move on to our 8 to 10 week pile. Snapdragons, 8 to 10 weeks. Hyssop, 8 to 10 weeks. Sage, 8 to 10 weeks. You just do that whole thing until you have all of your weeks filled, and then you're going to have a pile for direct sowing. It's very simple. I feel like I'm making it complicated, but it's actually very simple. If you have something that's kind of teetering on both and you're not really quite sure, all of my melons, say 3 weeks, and there's no specific category except there's a 2 to 4 week. So I'm just going to put that in with my 2 to 4 weeks. And by the way, when I say 2 to 4, That really means 4. We're erring on the side of caution, just to make sure everything is everything. Okay? If we need to start seed starting indoors 6 to 8 weeks before that last frost, that means I'm starting at 8 weeks. But if I get lazy, or if something happens, then I have that 2-week buffer and I can still plant things and still have everything done in time for my last frost. You're going to pull up your calendar and you're going to say, okay, because now we already know on Farmer's Almanac that our last frost is April 6th. We're going to go to April 6th. We're going to go to our frost date on the calendar. You're going to count back in increments of 2 because that's how we're planting out, is in increments, like in 2-week increments kind of. Once you have all your dates written down, you can now make your baggies, and I'm going to show you the baggies. I really hope this made sense. Just as a FYI, my backyard is not big. I do not even have acres on acres. I don't even have half or a quarter. I have, it's probably, I think it's like 400 square feet or something like that. Something around there. My neighbor has a huge tree. Oh, this is a problem. And we have to fix it. It's just never going to end. All right, it looks crazy, but like, please don't pay it any mind. And I hope that it doesn't like rub. It's going to rub though. Okay, we're just gonna make it work, and we're gonna try to do this quick because this is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. I have all of my seeds in these little baggies. They're just sandwich bags, just cheap sandwich bags that I got from the dollar store. I have 12 weeks, and then I have the date that would be out from the last frost date. Then we have 10 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, which is a pretty heavy week, 2 weeks, direct sow, which is also a pretty heavy week. Starting at 12 weeks, I have all my bell peppers. Bell peppers, it just takes so long. I do have red sweet peppers, California Wonders, and then I have this Carnival blend, which has like a bunch of cool funky colors. This says 70 days to harvest. That's a lie. I feel like I planted out my bell peppers. I think I planted them out about like 3 or 4 weeks after my last frost. My garden was busting with peppers from August, not even the beginning of August, the end of August to like the beginning of October. But just to give it a little bit more time to grow, I'm going to plant them out a little bit early. It may work, it may not work, but we're going to see because that, okay. But then I also have some parsley because that also takes a while to germinate. And honestly, I've already started rosemary. Just letting y'all know, I started some rosemary because that also takes forever to grow. 10 weeks, snapdragons, hyssop, sage, the jalapeno. This is a new one. Jalapeno, Big Jim chili pepper. I'm planting shishito peppers, yellow wax pepper, my eggplant, Cherokee purple tomato. So yeah, so that's 10 weeks. Put your dates on days that make sense for you. So even if your first frost date is the 10th, let's say the 10th is a Wednesday, I made my days on Sundays because Sunday is a day of rest. Sunday I go to church and then I come home and I pretty much don't have nothing to do for the rest of the day aside from like make dinner. So Sundays is like the perfect day for me to do my seed starting. So all of these dates are on Sundays. Seeding Sundays. If y'all want me to do a video about my process and literally like seed starting 101, I have so many tips that I can help you with. I'd be so happy and honored to just do that and share that with you guys. I want to see how you also store your seeds because I may be making a change very soon. I hope that this video was very insightful. I hope that you gained something from it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed it and let me know if you guys have any questions. Happy gardening.